Oh, my back. Oh, that did not feel too good. What's up, everybody? It's Mike, the really United States champion here, and you are watching Bag 2K1. That sounded really odd, didn't it? But I am coming to you guys with, once again, another video using the power of editing. As you can see, I could edit something right now. Like, look. Well, I don't think that really worked out too well. Anyway, guys, this is going to be a plush collection video. Yes, I'm kind of old and I collect plushies for some reason. Yay! Actually, I really don't collect anymore, but when I was a younger kid, stupid and young, you know, I was collecting plushies for quite some time. So, I have two large bins here of plushies. Actually, let me show you. As you can see right there. And one. Bin two. Have to readjust the camera. So anyway, let's get right into it here. We have these guys, who I did not even put in the bin, but these are my two most recent plushies I've gotten. First off, Fox McCloud. Yeah, one of my favorite characters in Smash Bros. Or in the Nintendo franchise in general. Yes, this is Fox McCloud. I love him. He's awesome. Yeah, Fox McCloud. Deadpool. He's a very big head and very sharp swords. You can see he's very, very sharp. So, there's Deadpool. Now, let's get into the big bins of justice, or whatever you want to call it. Alright. Anyway. Alright. That's like the 700th time I said anyway. Lids. Oh yeah, one more thing. This doesn't really count as a plushie. Let me get this off. This little Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Just, you know, this little thing I put on my bag because, you know, makes the most sense. Alright, so we have a lot to get through here. So my bed's probably gonna be filled with plushies once I'm done with this video, but let's get right to it. So first off, you may recognize this guy. This is the GE Classic Knuckles. Used to use this guy a lot, and you know, he used to be a really hard plush, but now he's gotten kind of soft. So you know, that's what happens. Toad. There's a big ass hole through him. I don't really know how that happened, but Toad. Who cares about him? Here's a smaller Tails, missing that little hair there, but Tails. Yoshi, this is a newer Yoshi. Forget what company it's from. I forget where most of these came from, but you know, it's Yoshi. Shadow, which I actually won at the fair, and you know, me and my cousin, we were both playing, and we both decided to get Shadow. I have no idea why we decided to get the same guy. But Shadow. Carl the Robot. Yes, Carl the Robot. He's used this guy a lot. You may recognize him from Epic Nerd Battles in History or something. I don't know. I don't really remember that video. And he lost to Jack Skellington, if my memory serves me correct. So many in here. Sonic. This is a, you know, this isn't the Sonic plush that I used to use, but made sounds and stuff. So here, I'll show you a bonus. Here's Carl. So, yeah, that was cool. It doesn't really count as an action figure. Well, it is an action figure. It doesn't count as a plush, my bad. But here's Donkey Kong. Just threw him in there. So, Donkey Kong. From that same series, we have Mario. Yes, this is a really old Mario. Used to use this guy a lot. As you can see, his shoes are kind of bluish. So, that's how you know I use this guy a lot. Here's another action figure. Used to call this guy Dr. Officer Peter E. Moe. So, yeah. I know he's probably known by a different name, but yeah, I don't really know. So here's this Knuckles plush. I really don't like this plush at all, because look at this. Like, this looks like Princess Leia with those dreadlocks. Like, come on. Crash Bandicoot. It's a keychain. Really weird looking keychain. Yeah. Crash Bandicoot. Super Sonic by Kelly Toys. Actually made with some kind of rough material, and I really don't like the material, but once again I got this from a fair, So, yeah, why not? Mario, just uses an evil Mario, explains why the bracelets are on there. I did weird stuff when I was a kid. Here's the Sonic Underground plush of Sonic. And I just learned not too long ago that they released a Nux. And so I have to try to track that down, or not. Who knows? Sonic Underground was really weird. Yellow Yoshi, this might be a bootleg because it's not really supposed to have that on there, but, you know, still cool. Yellow Yoshi. Another Sonic plushie, kind of fat, as you can see. His stomach is like a ball. You can throw around or something, I don't know. Here's a Koopa Troopa. Just nice sculpt. I like this. Pikachu, newer Pikachu, like 2012 or something. Here we have Luigi, very much used, very wobbly neck. Another giant plush of Silver, and you see his arm is really flimsy. So this material is not very good. He's actually silver. So. Here's another older Sonic plush. You know, just another older one. Look at his eyes. It just looks so weird. Like the sculpting on these are just not very good. Here's an older Yoshi. Yeah, to restitch his arm. You probably can't tell, but you know, his arm had to get stitched back on. You have a Kermit plush. Yeah, Kermit. We have a Kermit puppets. So yeah. And speaking of puppets, you may recognize this guy from a certain YouTuber called Super Mario Logan. Yes, I did buy Chef Pee-Pee, but I never used him in a video, so you can't say that I copied him. This guy was never in a video. So please do not hate on me. I mean, you can probably say, oh, you'd have to buy the character. I mean, well, don't roast me, man. Here's an older Knuckles plush from Jazzwares. Actually not a bad plush, although Jazzwares is quite a very poor company. There's another Jazzwares one, Shadow. I actually like this one. Yeah, Shadow. Red Yoshi, yes, with the chain. I know I copied Super Mario Logan, but he's never in a video. That's a lie. But you could never tell. He never really used Red Yoshi. And if he was going to, that video was cancelled. They're copy your Black Yoshi, blah blah, just give me the hate on Super Mario Logan, whatever. And Bowser Jr. There's a little story, it's not really a story. If you look kind of closely, you might see a little bit of white in his eyes, like other than the, like, you know, white dots on there. Well, when I was a kid, I had the idea of putting X in his eyes, because, you know, I was a stupid little kid, I wanted to come up with some creative idea. So I put X in his eyes, and it's still kind of there. Never really left. I never really tried washing it or wiping it off, because I'm lazy. Alright, here is a Werehog plushie, and I actually have another one, which actually used to be Knuckles Sonic 143's, but he gave it to me in a trade because he wanted some other game. So here's another story about why I have two. Like I said, I kind of wanted this plushie from him, and you know, he was not really willing to give it up at that time. So, you know, I went looking on Amazon and stuff like that. I wasn't able to buy it because it was so expensive. But a couple years later, he was like, you know, I don't really want this plush anymore. You can just have it. And that same day, my mom, she actually showed me that she had actually bought this off of Amazon, and I did not know about it, and I asked him if he wanted this back. He was like, nah man, you can just keep it. So I ended up with two, and, you know, this is still in the bag, because I never really opened it. I don't know if I'll ever get around to it, but this GE Werehog plushie, such a phenomenal plush. I really think GE did a phenomenal job with it. Of course, they're still in the package. Here we have an older Bowser. Very small plush, but still really cool. This is like a beanbag plushie, and it's from BD&A. So, yeah. It has a little battery thing in the center. It has a little push. You can hear that, but it doesn't really work anymore. So, Shadow. This guy, there's actually more story behind this. So, this Shadow was won at a crane game at Wildwood, which is where these other three have been won from as well. Yeah, Shadow, very poor plushie, I should say, though. Like, this is a very poorly made plush. Like, you see his arms are just, ugh. And then his chest is like no stuffing in it whatsoever. His shoes are all messed up. The bottom of his shoes really messed up. So, very poorly made plushie, and we actually had to re-stitch his mouth on because it decided to fall off like just randomly out of nowhere. So, but still, this guy was a part of my childhood, and it's the only reason why he's really special. Next we have Tails. Didn't really use this guy as much as Shadow or these R2, but you know, probably one of the best looking out of all of them. I mean, again, the company that made these aren't exactly the greatest company. They have a toy network, but yeah, still a part of childhood. All right, next we have this guy, Knuckles the Echidna. So here's a little story for you. Here's another story for you. When I was younger, the first Sonic game I ever played was Sonic Heroes, and when I played this game, I saw this guy, Knuckles the Echidna, you know, and of course I loved him because he was the color red, and he was also because he was a powerhouse and stuff. Well, when I went to Wildwood, New Jersey, they had 25-cent cranes, which are still there. Shout out to Wildwood. And they had these guys there. They had all these Sonic plushies. And so I decided that I was going to get my grandpa to, you know, try to attempt to win this guy. It took such a long time, and on the last quarter, he finally got this guy, and I was unbelievably happy. I screamed, I hugged him right on the boardwalk. I didn't really care that there were people watching a 6-year-old be so excited about this Knuckles plushie. I slept with it almost every night. I don't anymore. Like, don't try to get all weird about that. But you know, this guy is such a part of my childhood, and although it's, like I said, it's not really from the best toy maker, this still has a little bit of value to me. So there you go, there's Knux, and of course I use him a lot because his neck is really, really raggedy, and his leg is all loose and stuff, and his gloves are brownish and disgusting. But yeah, this guy, definitely a part of my childhood. You may have seen him in a couple of videos in the past. Now here is Sonic. This is the last one in here, and then we have a whole nother bin to go through. So this Sonic plushie, you see, actually had to get stitching on him. You may or may not see it because the lighting is kind of bad. You gotta see it. Yeah. So yeah, this Sonic plushie, a little more of another story behind this, another short story. This guy was actually gotten at the same boardwalk, but it was at a different crane place. I don't really know what it was called. So yeah, I went in there and I got all these guys already, but I did not have a Sonic plush. So I walked into this other arcade, and they did have Sonic there. So, of course, you know, I got my grandpa to try to get it. And the last turn that he tried, the plush actually was, like, alright, so here's the plush, here's the crane. So, comes over him, it actually grabs it, but then it goes right to the next machine. So, you know, we got the employee, and, you know, he unlocks the crane machine, and he just gave it right to me. So, you know, it's been a part of my life ever since. So, there's that Sonic plush. And that is it. This is a little small recap and some terrible artwork. But, now, let's have it all disappear. Open sesame. And they are gone. That was actually pretty poor editing. I wouldn't be surprised if the camera angle just changed all of a sudden. So, now that that bin is back over there in its peaceful spot, let's get to the second bin. So yeah, this is not really Sonic related stuff, but this is stuff I'm just gonna throw in the video just for childhood purposes. This is not a plush. This is a shield I got from a you know, some night fair or something like that. I forget what it's called. Renaissance Fair, that's it. So, got this from Renaissance Fair, and, yeah, red. Paul Phoenix from Tekken. This is a really, really old plushie. And, got it at a yard sale after a bee stung me when I picked it up. Blinky from Pac-Man. This is the red ghost. I really like Blinky, and I got from the same Wildwood Crane games, and yeah, Stan from South Park. Yeah, I wanted to collect South Park characters, so yeah, I got Stan. Gonzo from the Muppets. Just, I don't know why he's in there. We have this big ass plushie I got back in 5th grade. This is the Lotso Huggin' Bear. He still kind of smells like strawberries. I have the White Bird from Angry Birds. See if it works. So we have the Black Bird. See if this works. Yes, it does. For some reason, the sculpt on this one looks really good. Just like the, I don't know why, the way it's shaped. The Red Bird. There's no battery in this one, but there's Red Bird. That was a good catch. Kenny from South Park. Oh my god, they killed Kenny! You bastards! Sorry about that. I have Cartman. Completely different company than the other ones I had just shown, but yeah. Greg Heffley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Yes, I was a fan of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Not much to say about that one. Raphael from the Ninja Turtles. Again, gotten from Wildwood. Shout out to Wildwood. And yeah, it's cool. Here's a red monkey I got from a Washington, D.C. trip. I named him George. And yeah, he's a very, very soft monkey, so yeah. The king pig, his crown's kind of odd looking, but yes, that is very much the king pig. Let's see if it works. We have these two idiots. Hey, Batheth. We're like plushies now. Yeah. Yeah, so we got these two guys. Beavis and Butthead. Kazuya Mishima from Tekken. Another old plush, got from Amazon. Because I like Kazuya Mishima. Woody! This may have been from Burger King if I'm correct. I'm not... Yes, it's from Burger King, so yeah, nice little gem there. There's another Woody, not entirely sure what company it's from, but there he is. Here we got a Rey Mysterio bear from like 2007. His mask does come off, I just don't want to take it off because he's an identity. And you know, it's not right to a mask, luchador. So here we have Kyle from South Park. Yeah, Kyle, not much to say. His mother's a big fat you-know-what. The yellow bird. Yeah, it's a yellow bird. I learned in the movie his name is Chuck, apparently, but, yeah. It's not a very good name for him. Guido from the Cars movie. Beatstop, SpongeBob SquarePants, or Spring Boob Squire Pants, whatever you want to call him. We have this guy is pretty big. We got Wreck-It Ralph. Interesting plushie. Quite big. His fist is like big. Go ahead, fist it. Angry Birds in space version of the Blackbird. So, yeah, he's cool. This Pluto plushie that I got from Disneyland, and I've had this one since I was a little 8-year-old, and, yeah, Pluto was my favorite Disney character, still is. So, yeah, he's cool. Actually, most of these, I believe, go back to when I was age 6, so, yeah, it's a long time. Here is a crying, laughing emoji plush that my cousin gave me, because, you know, why not? Here's a Jeff Hardy bear from, like, 2007, and, yeah, Jeff Hardy. Brother Nero. Tigress. This is from Kung Fu Panda. I like tigers, so. Bluebird. Yeah, Bluebird. Not much to say about him. Feed Me More Ryback. It's not with the company anymore, but, you know, got this guy anyway. And last, but certainly not least, we have me. No, I was kidding. This is Mike Wazowski from Monsters Incorporated, or Monsters University. Well, it's really from University, but, yeah. There's a good old Mike. I'm not talking about me. Anyway, guys, this has been the Plushie Collection. This is pretty much everything that's been from my childhood, and, you know, so on or whatever. And a lot of these mean a lot to me because they're coming from way back when I was a stupid little child, and yeah, I used to love plushies. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. if you would like to, I would appreciate if you drop a like on this video. You can drop a dislike if you want to, but you know what? Haters gonna hate. I'll never use that phrase again. Also, subscribe, because I intend on making more collection videos coming real soon. And it'll be all exciting, and you know, we'll get to see some of my stuff from my childhood, and you could probably criticize it if it sucks, but if it's cool, glad you enjoyed it. So thank you guys for watching. This is Mike, the Real United States Champion, and I'm out.